Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Ben Beps, and today I will be reviewing a language learning application which aims to build your vocabulary, hence called Vocab. Before we go any further, I just want to say the shirt I'm wearing in today's video is made by Oralta. The link will be in the description. I recently partnered up with them on a few Instagram posts, etc., which you may have seen. If you want to shop any of their t-shirts, whatever, the link to their website is in the description of this video. So Vocab is a vocabulary learning application made for language learners. I'm going to be reviewing it today, telling you what I think of it, and giving it a review out of 5 stars at the end of the video, so as to help you decide whether this is the app for you. Let's load up the app and I'll give you a quick run through of how everything works. Here we are, Vocab. Learn languages even if you are busy. You'll see there is a load of courses which I have. You can see you can go to Courses Pro over here and say for French, which is the language I'm focusing on at the moment. You've got business French, everyday phrases in French, false friends in French. All of them have like 500 flashcards in them, so you are going to get a lot of vocabulary out of this app. There is a lot of content on the app. Presentation, small talk, top 1000 French words, French expressions and idioms, synonyms. And then if you go on your profile, you can see all the languages which you've started learning here. And you can set goals for yourself for each language to keep yourself more motivated. There is a streak thing here. Once you have done a set of these flashcards, it will start again and it will do all the ones which you didn't know until you know them. And then obviously it will review those ones as well in the future. So it basically gets you to learn these flashcards through spaced repetition, similar to apps like Memrise and Anki. Open course. Let's study 10 new flashcards. Je, I know that. No, non, oui, tu, vouloir, faire, aller. If you were to select I don't know one, it would then, once you've gone through all of these flashcards, it would then get you to repeat that one and repeat it again and repeat it again until you've got it correct. So it's basically based around spaced repetition, as most of the flashcard apps are, and it does this really well. I found this really effective when using this app in the past. So let's go through a few pros of the app, why you might want to use this app over, say, Anki. Okay, so I know this isn't really to do with language learning, but it's got a simple design. Nothing is too overdone. Nothing takes away from the content within the app because of the design of it. So it's simple, it's sleek, and it's easy to navigate. As I said, it's got good use of repetition to enforce knowledge. Once you have finished one round of flashcards, it will then go on to another round with all the ones you got wrong in the past round, narrowing it down until you've got every card correct, and then it will get you to repeat them further on in the future using spaced repetition, etc. As I've also said, it has lots of content. It's got multiple languages. As I've shown you, it's got Norwegian, so it's got lesser known languages, as well as Spanish, French, Polish, etc. It's got all the languages which you'd want to learn on it. It's also got user-created content. It has a lot of features for that. You can create flashcards through images from imported text. It would be super easy if you're studying a language like I am for A-level. It would be easy to make flashcards related to your courses. You could just import a piece of text which your teacher has given you, and then you can learn all of the vocabulary in that text that you'd need to know. I think it's going to be an app which I'm going to be using a lot over the next 2 years, simply because of that. It'll be easy for me to get more vocab into my memory for my A-level exams. You can keep a streak. It helps keep motivation, as I've shown you. If you've done 5 days on it, you'll want to get a 6th day to get the streak, etc. Just a little something which helps you keep motivated when learning a language. It doesn't really offer loads to you, but it's just a cool little thing on the side which will motivate you to get back to the app and remember to keep learning your language. And then you won't forget anything, especially with their review feature. As I've shown you, you do learn a lot of words in one go. You can have flashcard decks which go up to 100 words in one session, so you'll be learning quite a few words within the space of 5 to 10 minutes. But it does review them again and again, so with the way it's done, it doesn't feel like you're being overloaded, despite the fact it's just shown you 100 words in the past few minutes. So I think it's really clever because it gets you to learn a lot of vocab, but it doesn't make it feel as if it's being forced upon you and there's too much being forced upon you. It doesn't feel like you are burdened by all of these words, which is a clever trick to help you learn a lot of words in quite a short amount of time. Because of the nature of the app, it isn't time consuming as well. It isn't one of those applications where it has a massive long lesson explaining everything which you'd need to know, etc. And it takes a long time to get through and it's sluggish and it's just repetitive, because although this app is repetitive, most of its content is the same, just flashcards. It really doesn't take long to do a deck. You can quickly get out your phone, just do a few, and then come back to it later. And although it's the same content, it's not taking forever in one go, so it doesn't feel like a burden which you've got to do in the morning, for example, every day for ages. It's just quick whenever you have a bit of time. You can set yourself language learning goals to motivate yourself, like I showed you when I was demonstrating the app. This may help you if you're one of the person who gets motivated just by having a goal to work towards. If you go into your profile when you are learning on the app, you can see what your goal is, and it will just motivate you to go back and learn a few more flashcards. It also has images to reinforce vocab when it's giving you a new flashcard. On all of its flashcards it shows you an image, so say policeman, it will show a picture of a policeman as well as the word in English and in the language which you are learning. So if you are a visual learner, it helps you with that as well. Now for a few cons of the app. Maybe the design is too basic. Like I said, it was slick and it doesn't take away from the language learning, but I think it could be touched up a little bit more to make it maybe a little bit more modern looking with some better colours. Just redo it a little bit to keep it on par with the most popular language learning apps like Babbel and Rosetta Stone. They could also add more review features or maybe game modes. I don't want to take away from the fact it is a flashcard app, but when you are simply doing flashcards over and over again, it's just a little bit too basic. Maybe they could change it up with a couple more modes which are slightly different, like say match something to this, match another thing to that, to earn points or something like that. Just something creative, something different as well. It's expensive for what it offers. For simply doing flashcards which you could write on pieces of paper and do yourself, it is a little bit of money to pay for that, but it is really useful when you're importing the text and stuff like I said earlier. So it depends whether you want to pay that substantial amount of money to have the option to import text rather easily, or whether you'd rather do it manually with a piece of paper or a different app and it be a slog. It's your choice, but obviously it does cost a bit of money. It could also add separate review features, like its own section. Obviously, a moment ago I said it could have different game modes and stuff. They could incorporate this into a separate review features section, so you could have review and then you just do flashcards like normal, and then it could have another option for review which has like matching up or whatever. A whole new section with different ways of reviewing cards would be a cool addition to the app. So in summary, due to the nature of the app, in that it is a vocab builder and nothing more, I'll give this 4 stars out of 5. I don't think I can give it 5 unless it really goes above and beyond what a vocab app would normally offer you. It literally just does flashcards. If it did a few games or something a little bit more creative, then I think it could reach 5 stars, especially if it maybe polished up its design, etc. Obviously its design doesn't have anything to do with language learning, but I think it will get a few more people onto the app if it looks more flashy, a bit more modern in the App Store. And with a few more people on the app, I think it could really benefit from having some different review features and like I said, doing it a little bit differently at times, rather than it being completely and utterly repetitive right the way through. However, this isn't to say that it's a bad app at all. I think this is a very good app if you want to learn new vocab in a language, or if you, in my case, if you're studying for exams, it is very useful because of the import text features, etc., and taking photos and creating automatic flashcards. Like I said, it is very useful for that. So overall, 4 stars out of 5. The link to VocApp is in the description down below. Also, the creators of VocApp have emailed me about this app and they're prepared to offer you free courses for free for 10 different people for half a year. So the first 10 people to message me on Instagram saying they want this little freebie for the VocApp app, which I reviewed on YouTube, will get free courses for free for 6 months. I will give you a code, one of the ones listed in the email. After that, you have to register, insert the code following the link, and you can pick free courses and click add to premium account to use them for free. So that's the first 10 people to message me on Instagram saying they saw this video and saying they want to claim one of those free premium accounts. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. The link to VocApp is in the description. As I said, remember to message me on Instagram. Leave this video a like if you found it useful, and if you have enjoyed, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego.